the Always Believe house. Oh, today, it's Friday, but we're going to do the Staar Review 13 today. This is a class assignment. People in class, if you're face-to-face, you're going to finish this and turn it in today. Okay, you got one period to get it done, turn it in, you're finished. Virtual, try to get this done today in your 15-minute allotted time. The virtual kids are turning this in today, okay? Try to treat everyone the same. Get this turned in today. It will be a grade, okay? This will be a grade. So a magical whiteboard appears, and we are rocking and rolling with your Staar Review 13. And I'm just going to start you off on the first three. Hopefully you can get to graphing these lines by now. Okay, so number one, remember these are x's and y's, right? But they're their opposites. So the opposite of a -5 is a +5. The opposite of a +1 is a -1. So I know that this line will go through 5, -1, which is right here. And the slope is -2/1, which means this line will go down 2, right 1, and up 2, left 1 on it. Okay, so up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1. So I have all my dots right here, don't I? Okay. Now then, the next one, y equals 1. Okay, and I'm going to connect these dots to make a line. My next line, y equal 1, is just going to be a flat line right through the 1. Okay, so the slope of that line is 0. And then on the next one, my slope on this one is going to be -a/b. Remember that, right? So it's going to be -4/-1, which is a +4/1. And the y-intercept is 3 divided by -1, which is -3 in it. So I know that this line goes through -3, and it's going to go up 4/1, up 4/1. So it's going to do this, isn't it? Ho, 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 ho. So we have a triangle right here. This edge right here is going to be our base. Okay, from here to here, that's going to be our height, okay? So see if you can finish up the rest of these. On this video here, I'm going to go through, do most of this with you, okay? Number 9, 10, 12, and 13, and 14. This is what we're doing when we come back from Christmas. You've been doing these, so it shouldn't be that hard. When we come back from the Christmas vacation, we're going to be doing polynomial arithmetic. Okay? So I'm going to go through, start you off on these, and then you're going to finish up. Okay, on number 9, we're going to distribute or bluebell truck our 3, and then this bluebell truck will be -6 on it. That one will go away. So we're going to multiply 3x squared plus 15x minus 21. Remember, you're doing sign, number, letter. And then a negative times a positive is a negative. 6 times 2 is 12, letter x, exponent 2. A negative times a positive is a negative. My number is 6, my letter is x. Just write down the sign, the number, the letter. A negative times a negative is a positive, and 6 times 4 is 24. Now then, single underline, double underline, and triple underline. So I'm going to single underline the x squares, double underline my x's, and triple underline my numbers. I'm going to do this one for you. You're going to do the rest. So if I were to look at my single underlines, I got 3's and 12's. I got more 12's than I do 3's, so this sign drops. Now then, the 3's positive, the 12's negative. I'm not going to add, I'm going to subtract. I'm taking 3 away from 12, I'm getting 9. My letter is x, and my exponent's 2. Sign, number, letter, exponent. Look at your x's. You got 15 and 6, don't you? You got more 15's than you do 6's, so this plus is going to drop. Now then, think about adding or subtracting the 15 and the 6. The 15's positive, the 6 is negative. You're going to take 6 away from 15 and get 9. My letter is x. Sign, number, letter. This should start getting, y'all been doing this all year. Hopefully this is starting to click. Then look at the 24 and the 21. You have more 24's than you do 21's, so the plus is going to drop. The whatever one's more, okay, whatever one you got more of, you drop that sign. 21's negative, 24's positive. You won't add them. You'll take 21 away from 24 and get 3. Sign, number. This right here would be your answer. You cannot group those. Let's go to number 10. On number 10, we're going to bluebell truck the 3x squared, aren't we? So I'm going to bluebell truck the 3x squared, and then I'm going to do sign, number, letter, exponent. And remember, if a letter doesn't have an exponent, there's a 1 exponent. So on the first one, a positive times a positive is a positive. 3 times 4 is 12. My letter is x. When you multiply, you add the exponents. So x squared times x squared would be x4. Then a positive times a negative is a negative. 3 times 5 is 15. My letter is x. I have x squared times x to the 1. 2 and 1 is 3. My exponent will be 3. Sign, number, letter, exponent. And then go to the last one. A positive times a positive is a positive. 3 times 2 is 6. My letter is x. My exponent's 2. That's the answer. Oh. Okay, on number 11. You're going to go to your TI calculator, go to graph. If the graph isn't there, you're going to hit menu. Graph is 3, function is 1. Type it in. Type this part in. Do not type this part in, right? And then after you type it in, hit graph or hit enter, and then you're going to type in Control T. And that will give you your answers, okay? You're going to look up your domains for these, and then your roots are the ones that give you 0. So the ones that give you 0, you're going to write down here. Those are the roots or your zeros. Let's go to 13. Factories will be one of the hardest things you do in this class, okay? So this one right here, I'm going to write down 18x squared over 27x. What's the biggest thing we could take out of the top and bottom? We want to find the GCF, okay? 18 and 27 both divide by 9, and they both have an x. So I'm going to pull out a 9x out of here. Okay, now then what you're going to do is you're going to divide both of these by 9x and write in your answers, okay? Basically, you're undoing the distributive property. You're taking the bluebell trucks out of those stores. Let's go to number 13. 13 is the same thing as number 10, except we're not multiplying, we are dividing. And when you divide, you do not add the exponents, you subtract them. So I'm going to go through here and put ones for my exponents that don't do it, and I'm just going to start off. You're going to end up with something x squared, something x, and something, okay? What's 27 divided by 9? It's 3. X cubed divided by x to the 1 would be my x squared. Finish the problem up. You're going to do sign, number, letter, exponent. Number 14. We're going to bluebell truck the negative 3x. And we're going to bluebell truck the 4. I'm going to multiply 4 times, aren't I? Sign, number, letter, exponent 4 times. A negative times a positive is a negative. 3 times 2 is 6. X times x is x squared. A negative times a positive is a negative. 3 times 4 is 12. My letter is x. Continuing on. A positive times a positive is a positive. You need to put down that plus notation. 4 times 2 is 8. My letter is x. My exponent's 2. And then a positive times a positive is a positive. 4 times 9 is 36. My letter's x. And I'm going to single underline the x squares, double underline the x's. I'm going to group my x squares and my x's up. Continuing on. Okay, ooh, I zoomed in too much. 15, we really didn't study this. This is a relationship. You're graphing this. Okay, he rides his bike to his job, and then he rides home the bus, okay? Okay, so this right here will be home. Okay, so he rides his bike to his job at the car wash at 6 miles an hour. So we're going to go to the car wash at 6 miles an hour. Then he works for 4 hours, so he's going to be at work for 4 hours. And then he rides the bus home at 30 miles an hour. That's going to be really quick, isn't it? Okay, so this part right here is biking. This part right here is at the car wash. He's not moving when he's at the car wash. He's staying steady. And this is the bus trip home. Notice that the bus trip is steeper because you're going faster. So the faster you're going, the steeper the line's going to be, either going up or going down. And remember, when he's on the x-axis, he's at home. Let's do number 16. You should be able to do this on your own. I'm not going to help you out. You're going to graph the 2 lines. Number 17, you should be able to do this one. Make sure you're doing this. Underline function of, some of y'all aren't doing this and you're missing it. Y is a function of x. So the y is the gizzards, the x is the dollars. So we're finding gizzards per dollar. So on this problem here, you may want to use these two. So I'm going to do 16 minus 4 over 12 minus 3, and that's going to be my slope, okay? And just answer the problem. Turn the page! Number 18. Y'all got, hopefully you are doing good on these. Most of y'all are clicking on these, okay? So On this one right here, you have $30 and you are spending 75 cents. Okay, so this is, and it's a negative, right? Okay, the slope of the line is negative 0.75 and it represents 75 cents per bus ticket. So this is our y, this is our x in it. So our y-axis is going to be money, and our x-axis is going to be the bus tickets in it. Now then, the y-intercept of the graph is right here, it's 30. I'm going to let you write down what it represents. The x-intercept is going to be 30 divided by 0.75. How many times can you spend 75 cents into 30 bucks? I believe it's 20. And what happens at the x-intercept? 20 tickets equals how much money left? $0 left. So when you get to the 20 tickets, you're going to be out of money. So you're going to graph that problem on 19. Let's go to number 21. We have not done a money problem yet. So this is the first time we've done a money problem. So we're going to have a coin problem and a money problem here. Okay, so dimes and quarters is going to be my x and y. So the number of coins is x plus y equals 125. This is the first time y'all have done money. So remember, a dime is 0.10, a quarter is 0.25, a nickel is 0.05, and a penny, and I'm going to put that down here, is 0.01. So we're going to use those for the coefficients on the money problem. So in this problem here, I have dimes, which is 0.10x, plus, and I have quarters, which is going to be 0.25y, equals 19.55. And on this one, you will use the calculator. Okay, so menu 3, 2, enter, right? Menu 3, 2, enter. Type those in, write down your order pair. Your order pair is going to be how many dimes and quarters you have. So on a word problem, you could use a calculator. That's the first time y'all have had a coin problem. So on a coin problem, remember a penny is 0.01, nickel 0.05, a dime 0.10, and a quarter 0.25. Plug that into the calculator, work it out. Number 22, you'll also do on the calculator after you set the problem up. On this one, we have two numbers. So x equals first number, y equals second number. Draw blanks. So the difference of the two numbers, that's going to be x minus y is 16. Then this right here is going to be your equal. Okay, so let's make the larger number be x. So x equals more than is plus, and then see if you can write it in. I'm going to let you do that on your own. Use the calculator. Okay, 23. You should be able to do this. Remember, your x-axis labeled is your independent variable. Your y-axis label, the money, is your dependent variable, okay? Your domain, you should be able to figure out your domain and range. That's where it goes on the x and y-axis. Let's go to 24. Show your work on this. If you do not show your work, you will not get credit. So on this problem here, my y is equal to 3x plus 5. I'm going to put it right into that y order. So 2x plus 2 parentheses, 3x plus 5 equals 2. Solve this for x. Once you have that, write down y equals 3x plus 5. You're going to replace the x right here or substitute it and find your y, and your answer is going to be an ordered pair. So you should be able to do that, okay? Number 25 is elimination. So we want to make either the x's or the y's opposites. So right here, I'm going to make my x's opposites. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 2. Negative 2x plus 6y equals 10. And now I can add straight down and eliminate my x's, can I? So I'm going to get y equals something here. And then I would put this equation right here and replace the y with something, right? And solve for x. And you'll end up with your x comma y right here as your ordered pair, right? Oh, number 26, okay? 26, use calculator. So you're going to write down your two equations. So we have possum thighs and hush puppies. Ho 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 ho. Fatto's River Bottom Cuisine. We're going to get some possum and hush puppies. Oh ho 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 ho. Okay, so let's write down x equals the thighs. and y equals the hush puppies. Okay, and then you're just going to write it in, okay? Now then, this is what you're wanting to find right here. So your ordered pair, your answer won't be the ordered pair, will it? I'm going to let you write these down. I'll do the first one for you. So 6 possum thighs and 4 hush puppies equals $10. You're going to write down the next equation, use the calculator, and then you want 10 possum thighs and a dozen hush puppies. So you need to figure that amount. Number 27, line P is perfect. Draw a picture of this. Okay, so let's draw an XY axis. Our ordered pair is 4, -2, which is somewhere down here, correct? And it's perpendicular to the y-axis. That means it's going to do this in it. That means if it's perpendicular to the y-axis, it will go through the y-axis. This is my x, this is my y, so the equation is going to be y equal -2. A y equal line has a 0 slope. So try to draw a picture of that, okay? And then draw what perpendicular or parallel means, and then you should know a flat line is a 0 slope, straight up and down line is undefined slope. Number 28. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, this is one of the harder things you did in the fall. So we know we're going to have a parallel line to this, and the slope -a over b is going to be -2 over 3, right? And I want a parallel slope so it won't change, will it? And this is my x, this is my y. So I'm going to plug this into point slope and switch it to standard. So point slope is going to be y minus 1 equals -2 over 3, parentheses, x minus 9. This is something you cannot forget to do. You will see this on your STAR test. Now then, let's distribute the 3 to the left, and we're going to take these out. And remember, your -2 goes to the right. So the denominator goes to the left, the numerator goes to the right. We're going to multiply 4 times. So 3y minus 3 equals -2x plus 18. The next step is to move the constant over. So I'm going to take the -3 and move it across. So I'm going to end up with 3y equals -2x plus 21. Now then, if I want mx plus b, I'm dividing by 3. If I want standard, I move the 2x over. And I want standard form, so I'm moving that 2x over. Since it's a negative slope, it's going to turn positive in it. So I won't have to switch the signs. So 2x plus 3y equals 21 is my equation in standard form. Ho, 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 ho. And lastly, on number 29, this is a direct variation problem here. Okay, so you're going to put the price is y varies directly with the malt size. So y over x. This is going to be the cost and the size. Okay, so a $4.20 malt buys 12 ounces. You're going to divide that, okay? And that's going to equal to 0.35. Okay, so 0.35 is going to be my k. So right now y equals kx, and I'm going to put y equals 0.35x. Remember, the y is the cost and the x is the size, right? Now then, Lucy Claire buys the 18-ounce malt and Emma Sue purchased a 32-ounce malt. What will the total cost of all the malts be? So I want to add up all these ounces. So if I add up all the ounces, I'm going to end up buying 82 ounces of malts, aren't I? So I'm going to replace that 82 in for x, aren't I? So y equals 0.35 times 82, and that will be the cost of all the malts put together. And I'm going to let you do that on your calculator. You do not have much more of this to do. I've done most of it for you. Get this turned in today. It will be a grade. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.